Are you stuck but have a passion? This is why we bring you stories like Estella Kabagaya's, who is a compassionate and driven individual who has transformed her passion in supporting parents and nurturing their children into a thriving business. Her story is a testament to the profound impact one person's dedication and vision can have on an entire community, as she not only empowers parents but also fosters the growth and potential of numerous children. Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Triumph with me, Okelo Sharon Nagenjoa.
Brought to you by Stanbic Bank Uganda.
Estella's journey began with a heartfelt passion for helping parents navigate the challenges of raising children while pursuing their own aspirations. She recognized that many parents, particularly women working in bustling markets, face the daunting task of balancing work and childcare. Inspired by a desire to provide a solution, Estella founded Mama Children's Village. Wow! Estella, thank you for having us.
Thank you so much for looking out for me.
No, I mean, you're an amazing woman. Straight to it. Who is Estella?
Estella is a social entrepreneur, but so passionate about children's personal development. When the children grow, I grow. So I realized when it comes to women, wherever you find women, you will definitely find children. And the biggest challenge most women find to thrive, to excel, to improve on their income, to improve on their possible possible opportunities is the child.
Yes.
So I decided to take it on.
Okay. This field that you took on is a rare choice for many women. What inspired it?
What inspired it? I believe many women do it. Unfortunately, maybe they're smaller than I am, or they're not legalizing their nature of businesses. Because our grandmothers have been in the markets trying to help out here and there. The only difference is I took it a leap ahead.
A leap higher.
A leap higher, yes. By looking out for the women, especially where they work from. The biggest informal sector where that employs women is the market.
Yes.
So I looked out for the market. And the Ministry of Gender and the City Council policy does not allow children in market spaces.
Okay.
However, with the majority employers, I needed to find the solution to their problem.
Did you? Well, I'm just wondering where you got the money to start something like this.
The money I borrowed. I had some little life savings, and then I borrowed from my husband, someone who could not put me on gunpoint easily.
Okay.
And that's how I invested. So it's about 15 million.
Did you actually borrow?
No, I borrowed. Bachamanja. I borrowed.
It's the Bachamanja.
So I borrowed, and that's the money I used to start the first space that was in Wandegia Market.
In this, since starting, what are the challenges that you have?
One, the biggest challenge in this kind of, you need to understand the nature of people you're dealing with. Understanding market women, okay, I would not say they are illiterate, but most of them are semi-illiterate, needs you to really get into their space and understand how they think. So they don't easily accept the service even if they want it, but they want it in their own way. So making them understand and appreciate the service, it's a big challenge. You have to go through the protocols, the managements of the markets so that they can help you make them understand. Then of course, we got the biggest challenge of life, that was COVID, which hit us straight and sent everyone back home. That is the biggest challenge everyone has faced, especially in ECD, because the childcare centers fall under early childhood. COVID hit us, that one. I'm not going to go through to explain the length. Then also the other challenge, now this one I faced in Wandegia, is politics. People politicize everything. Even if I love so much to support the women, there is always someone who looks on the other side. Why are you doing it? Why for those women? How do I benefit? How do I benefit from that? So in the long run of how do I benefit, actually that's how I left Wandegia Market. Because I worked with the previous management, which was very okay to offer the service to these women. However, as management changed, they came up with different opinions, different ideas on how things should work to suit their benefit.
What are some of those?
What are some of the things? I'll be very clear with you, is that the person who came in, who was a lady, unfortunately, wanted to benefit more of how does it benefit me inclusive.
You know, women like to fight each other a lot, and it's very...
That is the biggest challenge, and that is why women will bring ourselves down. We are the biggest demoralizer of ourselves. But with those two challenges, one thing is I remained resilient.
Okay.
Of COVID, that was obvious. I had no control. But with the one-day market, I said, okay, if one-day does not need me, I'll hit the road and go elsewhere where they need me. So I kept.
You don't need me.
I don't give
and
up.
That's okay. There's somebody else somewhere that needs me.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
So how do you start now in Nakawa
How do I
market?
reboot my system? Actually, I didn't start in Nakawa market just because you found me in Nakawa market.
Just because we are in Nakawa market.
When you remain resilient, they say opportunities find the prepared. And that's what I encourage always women, be resilient.
Yes.
They will only help you because also you're trying to struggle to make sure, yes, I'm still there.
Yes.
So because I was resilient, I kept on my focus. Yes, I'll still support the women wherever I'll find them. There was an innovation challenge by the Aga Khan Foundation through the Early Years Foundation. They worked with together. And I got an opportunity to compete through that innovation challenge with my idea. I'll provide childcare support to the vulnerable business women.
Okay.
Now you ask me that Kalito money, that's the story for another day. But I still held on to my dream, my niche. I will provide affordable childcare support to these women.
Okay.
So when I won, I came number 4, but I won some money. So when I went through
how much money?
Please, Botanica, you are watching me. So with that money, it was 16 million. With that 16 million, with the equipment I already had, I said, now which women do I go for? In my head, in my business model, I have vulnerable business women.
Yes.
I went for the ghetto. So I have another center in the ghetto that supports and offers the same service as here in Wandegea, as here in Nakawa.
When you say the ghetto, where exactly are you?
Down in Kamocha, in the ghetto.
That is
in
the
ghetto.
That is the most
Yes.
common ghetto.
Yes. There is SCE policy researchers who are researching on the impact of childcare to vulnerable business women. And for them, they were looking for markets. Okay. So how do I come in? They wanted someone who has ever done it to be a part of the research. So I am an implementer on behalf of SCE policy, which runs programs. So I run Nakawa under them. So now that's where that money comes from. I run Nakawa and I run Chibuye Market. And I write reports to prove that really, if you support these women with childcare support, they will definitely work harder.
Yes.
So that is how I make my money.
Okay. Now I want to get into the financial bit of it. What's the benefit?
What's the benefit? The money that is running Nakawa, the money that is running Chibuye is from these researchers. Okay. They are doing research. I am implementing. We are impacting the women. So once I know the research comes to an end, but as we've gone ahead to do this research, now I'm part of the researchers. Yes. There are so many organizations you won't believe that every big organization you've heard of that has any investment, there is always something for the children.
Yeah. Opportunity comes to the prepared indeed in Estella's voice. What is your passion? You know you can earn from it. Estella's vision extended beyond childcare. She recognized the pivotal role of early childhood development in shaping a child's future. Mama Children's Village goes an extra mile by providing mentorship and coaching programs that help children unlock their full potential. More of her captivating story shortly after the break. Welcome back from that short break. For those who have just joined us, we're still with Estella Kabagaya, the CEO and founder of Mama Children's Village, an organization that offers daycare services to the vulnerable market women. Hey, so Estella, as we continue, run me through a day in Estella's life at the daycare center.
The daycare centers open at 7.
Okay.
That's when we receive the first children because they don't come in at the same time, just like a nursery school. So parents come in as they come into work. So we receive the first children at 7, as early as 7 a.m. And some are sleepy, so we plan for them. Those who come in very early, they go back to sleep. So we receive children up to as late as 10, but then when we receive the first ones, we put them to sleep. Then we prepare them to wake them up properly because these are non-school going age. So they are young, they still have their sleep, they still have those moments. Then by 9, majority of the children have arrived. That's when we do our first activity. This daycare center is not a nursery school. The different thing. We are a space where we keep children, daycare, we keep children, but we stimulate their brains. That's why you see our colorful walls. We stimulate the brains, just like how it would have been at home. So from 9 to about 10:30, we are playing. Basically, and usually it is dancing.
You know, it's tickling my curiosity. Tell me about your very first rollout of children.
The pioneers, unfortunately, they were in one day gear.
Okay.
Yes, and the first day we opened, we received about 20 children.
Okay.
That was one of every parent's worst day because that is when you expect all the kind of cries. Because one, they're seeing new faces, they're in a different environment, they're not used to. So even we caution the parents that for the first days, please don't come back, just enjoy the noise.
Yes.
Including the neighbors of the daycare, because they're going to keep on complaining, but the children are crying, They must be doing something wrong. So the first days to these children, even here in Nakawa, we expect the tears.
Had you fully registered the organization?
It is a legal organization.
Okay.
Yes. You can't operate without legalizing your business.
Because every mother, ideally, is afraid of letting go of their child. They probably would just sit at the stall with their child. For them to trust you, what would you attribute to that?
I'm lucky to start with that I'm easily trusted by people, but also there are those who will be always like, because one, the times are hard. So to prove to a parent that one, my child is safe.
Yes.
And secure. And whatever is going to happen between the walls is right. Okay? Because this category of age, one of the biggest activity we have is television.
Yes.
Because it stimulates the mind. But also, on the other side, the wrong bit of whoever is investing in the wrong bits also takes to as low as the cartoons.
Ideally speaking, your role here is not just taking care of the child. You go an extra mile.
Yes.
Tell me what exactly you do with these children.
What exactly I do with these children? One, because we are preparing them for the next step, and because we are the mother at this moment, every mother wants that milestone, to mark off that milestone. My child is crawling, my child is standing, my child is moving. We make sure we encourage them to do those milestones. For example, while in one day, we used to have babies who are below 5 months. So we would take on the role. We help them sit, learn how to sit, those basics, learn how to crawl, learn how to walk. You hold on to them, just exactly the way the mother would have done.
So how many women do you employ in this?
How many women do I employ?
Okay, and men, of course.
And men, yes, because we need some karate.
You need some,
some exercise.
Some superpower.
Currently, I employ about 10 in total. 13 in total.
Okay.
Yes.
Both men and women?
Both men and women.
Okay.
Of course, the men are only 3.
You have the majority
are women. Because men and these tiny people, they don't communicate they don't have the patience.
Yes.
It's not like they don't want. Men naturally, they don't have the patience for toddlers.
Yes.
So women, we are a bit soft, and these children tend to prefer soft people.
Okay.
So that's why we use more of women. Yes.
So how are you in this field empowering your fellow women?
one, I'm empowering the ones I work with.
Yes.
I've given them employment.
Yeah.
You know, that is first thing
Yes.
first. However, I've gone through an extra mile
Yes.
to understand the women that bring in their children.
Okay.
One of the things I've come to understand is that whereas they love the service and there are extra other issues they have that they would sometimes open up to address. These women in markets hardly have access to capital or loans because of their nature of businesses, because their size of capital, because all those small things, they don't have even a land title. So they cannot go, and the banks don't offer those tiny loans. So in that, I'm trying to use the knowledge I have to help them, one, do their finances, to secure small loans, as small as 50,000.
How much do you charge every parent that brings the child?
It depends on the spaces. Now for Nakawa, it's being funded.
Okay.
So currently they're not paying. Someone is paying for them. However, with Kamocha, I charge 3,500 shillings.
3,500 Ugandan shillings
per day. But if you're looking at investing in childcare services, wherever you are, wherever the women are, and they're looking at opportunities, you can charge depending on the community you have. If you're in Kololo, definitely there is an opportunity, but then you have to charge higher. Also understanding the people you serve. Me, I offer a service to vulnerable businesswomen, but if you're offering a service to another women, you can charge 5,000, 10,000, depending on your niche.
Yes. Well, so where do you see Mama Children's
village
growing?
Let's look at 5 years. I believe, and I know, in 5 years I can spread across the country. But what will happen, and when you say impacting other women, Mama Children, the same Estella cannot go to Karamoja, but there must be a Mama Children in Karamoja. There must be that lady who desires to take up this service. I can work with her so that she can start and implement the same service to the women in Karamoja.
Wow, Estella, that is very inspiring. Thank you so much for sharing that story and giving us some hints on how to run a childcare business. Well, now that you've heard from Estella, let's go straight to an expert to give us some technical advice on the benefits and opportunities available in the childcare business.
At Stanbic Bank, as we try to live our purpose, Uganda is our home, we drive her growth. We look at women and support them to attain their dream. You could be out there when you have a dream. It could be a dream to start a business. It could be a dream to start trading outside Uganda. Take an example of a lady, Estella, who has a home in Nakawa. This woman came up with a dream, and her dream was to support her fellow women who are working in the market. These women are working in a market, but at the same time they were looking after their children, meaning that they could not concentrate on their work because they were always disrupted by the babies. So this lady came up with this idea of creating a home where she can look after these children while the mothers could attend to their businesses well. So Stanbic Bank came in and supported this woman. She has a dream, but how can she attain her dream? We supported her financially and non-financially. Non-financially, we give you the tools like information that you may need to set up such a home. Non-financially, still we look at the training that you need for you to be able to look after these babies. And when we supported her, she's able to attain her dream because she's happy, she's supporting a fellow woman, and at the same time, she's looking after these children in a better environment than where the mothers were working from. So if you're a woman out there and you have an idea, you have a dream, we are here for you. We shall support you financially and non-financially for you to be able to attain your dream.
Are you passionate about children? You too can own your own child care business. Estella Kabagaya's commitment to empowering parents and nurturing children through Mama Children's Village exemplifies the profound difference one person can make when they follow their passion and turn it into a thriving business that not only benefits themselves, but also the lives of many others. Triumph returns next week, same time with me, Okello Sharon Nagenjwa. Until then, goodbye.
Brought to you by Stanbic Bank Uganda.